Finally, we bring you the second and final part of this story. This part picks up right where the first one left off. Gretel returned with the stolen ring. She remembered the promise she made to the imprisoned souls. Standing before the families of the missing girls, she spoke their names. One by one, the ring glowed brighter, and the family's memories came flooding back. The young man tried to stop her. "Don't believe her. She's a witch," he shouted. But as Gretel spoke each name, parents broke down in tears, realizing they once had daughters who were stolen from them. The young man panics when Gretel starts shouting the names of the lost girls. He tries to twist the story and screams, "Don't listen to her. She's a witch." But it's too late. As Gretel keeps reciting the names one by one, the families in the village begin to remember. They realize they did once have daughters who mysteriously vanished. Their memories flood back, and anger rises in their eyes. Together, they drag the deceitful young man and toss him into a cauldron of boiling snake oil, ending his dark games once and for all. Gretel breathes with relief, but she knows her journey isn't finished yet. Meanwhile, the scene flips back to Hansel. He's racing through hell, clutching the golden hairs he snatched from the devil. At the river, Rupash is waiting with the boat, just like he promised. Both of them climb in, and Hansel whispers something in Rupash's ear before they set sail across the icy waters. But just when it seems they've escaped, the devil himself charges after them. Furious, he snatches the cursed boat from the tired boatman and begins rowing at a terrifying speed. But in doing so, he unknowingly frees the poor boatman from his eternal curse, letting him finally escape. The devil closes in and hurls the oar like a spear toward Hansel and Rupash. At the last second, Rupash pushes Hansel out of the way and takes the hit himself. Bleeding, Rupash collapses, but Hansel cradles him, refusing to let him go. Suddenly, Hansel spots someone in the distance, Gretel. Against all odds, the siblings finally reunite. They run into each other's arms, overjoyed after everything they've endured. Rupash, weak but still breathing, tells them it's time they knew the truth. He says, "I'll tell you a story that holds the answers to all your questions." He explains that long ago there was a prince, Hansel and Gretel's grandfather, who ruled the kingdom of Rimraj. This prince had a loyal companion, Rupash himself, who swore to protect him until his dying breath. On his deathbed, the prince warned his son, "Whatever you do, never enter the blue room of the palace. Inside hangs the portrait of a cursed princess. If you fall in love with her, doom will follow." But of course, Hansel and Gretel's father ignored the warning. He saw the painting, fell hopelessly in love, and married the cursed princess. Their mother, Rupash, had discovered a way to break the curse, but speaking it aloud would have meant his own death. Torn between duty and survival, he kept silent, and eventually the curse consumed the royal family. Racked with guilt, the king tried to undo the damage. He was tricked into believing that beheading his own children and smearing their blood on Rupash's stone statue would break the spell. That's why Hansel and Gretel lost their heads, only to be restored with the help of a magical thread. Rupash, heavy with shame, sighs and passes out. Hansel and Gretel, desperate for answers, return to their kingdom. But the palace feels wrong, cloaked in eerie silence. Inside, they find their father, the king, sitting by the blue door, clutching a small blue dragon and crying. Their mother rushes to embrace them, overjoyed that her children are alive. But Hansel and Gretel don't waste time. "Why did you behead us?" they demand. "Why didn't you tell us the truth?" The king breaks down, confessing that his guilt drove him into the hands of dark magic. He admits he sacrificed them in an attempt to break the curse, then used the enchanted thread to bring them back. The siblings listen, but something still feels off. Gretel asks, "If everything is fixed, then why does the village still suffer? Why do the people look so broken?" Their parents brush it off, insisting they're too young to understand. Frustrated, Gretel and Hansel retreat to their chambers, but deep down they know the nightmare isn't over. And they're right. That very night, chaos erupts as a monstrous dragon descends from the sky, setting fire to the village. Hansel and Gretel spring into action, rallying the villagers to take shelter in the palace while they prepare to fight back. The siblings swear to their parents, "This time, we'll defeat the beast. Don't try to stop us." The villagers, inspired by the children's courage, gather their weapons. One by one, Gretel and Hansel's allies arrive to stand beside them. A massive battle begins, but the dragon is too powerful. Many are injured, and hope begins to fade. Then Hansel transforms again into the terrifying wolf, slashing at the dragon with feral strength. But soon, the siblings notice something strange. The dragon bleeds like a man. Wounded, it limps back toward the palace. And there, they see the truth. Their own father bears the same wound. Shocked, they realize the dragon is not just a beast, but their cursed father himself. Tears streaming, Hansel raises his sword. With one swift strike, he severs the dragon's head. From the body erupts a twisted, devilish soul that had been controlling their father all along. Gretel doesn't hesitate. She chants the spell with the magical thread, sealing the dark spirit away forever. But when the dust settles, their father lies lifeless. Gretel whispers, "The power of the thread came from the stolen souls of those girls. Now that they're free, it doesn't work anymore." Both children collapse in tears, their grief pouring out. But as their tears fall onto their father's body, something miraculous happens. The magic shifts, and the king begins to stir. Slowly, he rises, freed from the curse at last. He embraces his children with all the love he had suppressed for so long. Hansel and Gretel finally forgive their parents. The curse is broken. The kingdom breathes again, and the family is whole. For the first time in a long time, peace returns to Rimraj. And just like every fairy tale promises, this one closes with a hard-fought but beautiful happy ending.